Listen to the people. Listen to humanity. Listen to the Parrot. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot. Listen to the people. Listen to humanity. Listen to the Parrot. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot TV. Parrot.
Do you know that there is a publishing company that wants to make life easier for you as a writer? This publishing company is called World Inkers Printing and Publishing. We publish in all different languages, and we're looking for writers of all genres, all formats. We're looking for scholars, ghostwriters, playwrights, poets, short fiction, novelists, you name it. We're looking for anybody who is interested in writing and the craft of writing to be in touch with us. You can reach us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. With World Inkers Printing and Publishing, you do not require a lot of money to publish with us. Contact us today at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. Become a winner with other authors at World Inkers Printing and Publishing. Give us a shot. We will surely finish you. Hello and welcome to World Inkers Network. I'm Dustin Pickering, your noble and honest host. This is episode 245. Today we have Bogdana Gageanu. Bogdana Gageanu wrote a play in 2011, which is a monologue called Do It For Me, and played it in August at the Culture House in the town where she was born in Romania, Campina. So thanks for joining us today, Bogdana. How are you today?
Hi, thanks for joining. Thank you for joining, for inviting me to your show. I'm really honored for this.
Excellent. Yeah, so it's really nice to talk to you about your monologue. So tell us a little bit about your monologue. What is the storyline? How does it go?
How did it start?
Yeah, what was your inspiration for the beginnings of this? What was the process like?
My own life. I had a tough life. My mom died when I was born. We were twins, and my mom and my twin sister died too when we were born. And my dad got, let's say, married again with another woman. And after that, I don't know, we didn't get along too much. And he kicked me out of the house when I was about to enter to the university. I was finishing high school, and then I had to go to university. And he just kicked me out of the house. So I had no income, no opportunity to stay somewhere. I had only my grandmother from my mom, let's say, the mom of my mom. And but she was, very old. I couldn't stay, at her. And it was the distance between Campina and Brașov, where I studied. And I couldn't afford, to stay at her. No, she couldn't afford to pay my studies. So it was very difficult. And it was a very difficult, time when I was, so alone and so depressed. And I was thinking, oh my God, I really need to talk to somebody. Not having much friends, I barely knew someone in Brașov then. I started writing, like at the beginning, like a journal, like talking to myself. And then I realized writing, I realized that I wrote a play. It was a monologue because it was actually the character was me, somehow. It was a young person who was like, feeling depressed because, she felt abandoned somehow by her parents. And then she felt alone. And somehow then I was inspired from my life, but from one best friend's life too, who was sick. She had leukemia. She was very sick, and I saw her struggle too with the disease. And in the same time, I had a breakup with my boyfriend, with my first boyfriend. This was another thing, that got me into the depression. All these things inspired me, so I wrote a play called "Do It For Me." do it for me, because like when I wrote, I put at the beginning I put let's say a sad end, like she was going to suicide or something, and after that I changed my mind and I wrote a happy end, like she wants to suicide, but somehow, she's talking to God somehow, and God tells her, you have to return on earth because you have a lot to do. You have people who still love you, and you have to live. You have a reason to live for. So I changed the end, and I wrote like, do it for me, like, if I just can motivate myself, you do it. You fight for me. So it was that these were the main reasons, like, and I thought that this play should not be only a sad play, like it should be, a lesson for other people who, when they have trouble, should be inspired to fight and to go forward, because, we still have a chance. Yeah.
It's a very inspirational story. It's quite a lot of stressors going on at once there in your life. So, about how long do you think the play, when you put it on, how long did the production take, and how long is the play itself?
Well, written in 2011, but then I started playing, I think I played it in the same year. Then I think I played it after 2 years or something, and then it stopped because I played it in my let's say in Campina, where I was living in my original, let's say, the place where I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Then I played it twice in Brasov, in let's say some bars, cultural bars, who collected people who did the cultural acts. It was very interesting for me. I played it in a bar for the first time, so it was very interesting. Then everything got broken somehow, not because I didn't want it to continue, because I don't know, my path just stopped there. I came here to Barashov. I mean, I was still coming here, but I continued my studies. Then I saw that after some time, because I needed time, you just don't write and you just write. Sometimes you need a break, just you're not like a robot or something. I needed a break, and after that uh I still like writing plays, but I don't know why my soul got into poetry, and I
Mhm.
saw that I was starting writing poetry. So I got involved in different literary groups and reciting poetries and writing poetries, and then I started to participate at competitions in my country, and then I started to international competitions, and then I
Mhm.
started taking prizes and all thing. And so I got another period. I don't know, maybe I don't think that not necessarily poetry is my path. I like theater plays too. I really like them. I used to go at theater plays to watch them,
Mhm.
but I just, I had this path. I don't know why, I needed a break, maybe,
Mhm.
because uh even when you write, like plays, it's a little more difficult than writing poetry. Maybe poetry, okay, you just see a tree, see a flower, something like this, and you just start to write something and you make a poetry. But when you write a play, you just need a little more concentration and a little more details. You just don't write it like that. It's not a paper article or something. So it's
Mhm.
it's very difficult, and you need time. So I don't want to give up in writing plays, but I just need my time, to focus myself, to talk with myself, and to think what I want to write about.
Right.
But
So you.
not now. Now I just concentrated on poetry, and
Mhm.
now this was my path. Now I don't know what's gonna be in the future.
Well, good luck to you. So when you're performing, I mean, you play yourself basically in the production, or do you have
Yeah.
another person? So it's basically you get up and you perform. What was what does it feel like to be in front of a group of
As
people and
people,
performing basic yourself? I mean, you're basically acting as yourself in the play. So it's how does that feel to be in front of a group of people and perform?
it was interesting. For me, not only writing, but playing was a real therapy, because
Hmm.
after so many things, so many troubles in life, I was so, I was like, I didn't want to make any friends. I didn't trust people. I was like, oh my God, who am I gonna trust to? Because I didn't trust in my father, and he kicked me out of the house. What I'm gonna do now?
Right.
And I here in Brasov, I met somebody who liked, this domain theater
Hmm.
place, and I started going here in Brasov. It's a good theater, so I started coming watch plays and see actors, and I was like, oh my God, because in the town where I was born, I didn't have a theater. So I was fascinated because I was looking at TV and watching big actors in movies, in theater plays, and I was, oh my God, it's really nice, and I
Hmm.
felt that I just like this, and maybe I would like to do this. But I was like, I didn't trust myself at all, and nobody encouraged me like doing that.
Hmm.
And when I came to Brasov, I was so happy that I could go to theater plays. I was very close to actors. I could, feel them, feel their heartbeat, and it was so impressive. And then I got in love with this, and I said, I want to do this. And I had a good friend who kept encouraging me and gave me all kind of books to read, and then we started doing, like, at the beginning, like, let's say exercises, but it was like a kind of, let's make a joke, let's make something, let's have fun. But then it was very serious,
Hmm.
and one day that friend of mine asked me, you wrote something, like you like to write or something. I said, yeah, I tried to write a monologue, but I don't think it's very good. I want to read it. And I gave that person, that friend of mine, I gave the monologue, and he was like, oh my God, but it's good, Bogdana. Do you want to play it? And I was like, me? No way, no, it's not possible. We tried to find at the beginning actresses, like we needed young actresses because the person had like 20 years old or something.
Hmm.
We couldn't find somebody available. Everybody was busy like doing plays in professional theaters, and it was like, come on, I don't have time now. So we were a little depressed, and then I was like, okay, maybe you have an idea, but how I'm gonna do it? And it's natural. You don't have to be like technical and pretend yourself. It's your play. It's about your feeling. And I
Hmm.
started a little, I practiced a lot of time, before like being ready. And for me, it was emotional. First reason because, yeah, how you said it, I was in front of people, and I had, I was really nervous. I didn't know how people would react. I had, let's say, a little bad luck in that day because it was raining very strong, and uh, you know, um, the place where I was playing was not full, but people came.
Hmm.
And the second reason for which I was nervous, it was that my grandma was there looking at me, and
Hmm.
this made me, very, I was very stressed because my grandma suffered a lot when mama died, and I knew that when I'm gonna, one of the parts of the monologues was about mom and about her death and about, my pain of not having the opportunity to know her,
Hmm.
and I knew that she's gonna feel that moment and she's gonna cry, but I knew that this was my play and I have to play it, And
Right.
after everything, the applauses came, and my grandma came and started crying, and she said she's proud of me. And I think this is one of my best moments. She's not living anymore. She died last year, but I'm really proud of making her proud. Yeah.
Hmm. Right. It's a beautiful feeling to to have your family be involved in your own productions and your writing and your to be encouraging you. What are some of the challenges you faced in writing the monologue?
Challenges. The main challenge is about being sincere, because
Hmm.
many people, when they start writing plays, they prefer writing about any subject, not about themselves. They're afraid to expose their personal problems. They're like,
Mhm.
oh my God, people will judge me. What should I say about this? Oh my God. So I was not afraid. I was like, I am telling everything I feel, because I know that maybe in this world, not only in Romania, there are people who feel or they have the same experience I had. Maybe they need an advice, or they need somebody to tell them, okay, I need, I have the same experience like you. Please tell me something.
Mhm.
So that's why I decided to be sincere with myself and with everybody else. I'm not afraid. I know that, some people are judging me, or some people, they say, oh my God, but your dad, yeah, in one moment in life, somebody told me, your dad is gonna find about this and he's gonna be mad that you're writing negatively about him. Well, yeah, because that's how I felt. I'm sorry. I wished I had a good father. It was not like
Mhm.
this. So I had to, accept this and move forward.
What would you
So
say the most emotional part of the play would be for you?
this one with my um with talking about my mom,
Mhm.
um I'll try to describe somehow the moment I play.
Mhm.
When I was playing that moment, I put in the scene some little candles around me and I lit them up, and all those lights made a kind of a coffin. It seemed like a coffin made of candles, and
Mhm.
I was in the middle of a coffin with something black on my face. I don't know, a black material or something. And I was crying and telling something like, "Oh, mom, I really miss you, and I'm really asking myself, why are you, you know, why did you died? And I would really need your arm back, And this was my the most emotional moment, because I knew I really missed my mom. I
Mhm.
couldn't lie there. I couldn't lie anyway, but that was the most emotional one. I couldn't lie because, even after all those years, I know I'm getting used to it. I know that she passed away, but I'm just, I really miss her. There are moments in time when I wish I could have her here.
Right. It's definitely hard to lose somebody, that close to you, even, especially so young. I mean, that's a terrible thing to go through.
Yeah, mom was around, like, I think she had 19 years old when
Mhm.
she gave
Wow.
birth to me and my sister. Yeah, she was very young. She was
Mhm.
still studying, but she got pregnant in those times. Like, women were studying and doing and having jobs, but having children too very early. And
Mhm. Mhm.
my mom got pregnant with us, but she didn't. She had some problems during the pregnancy, and when she gave birth to us, she got to the emergency section, and they couldn't do nothing for her. So I don't know. And my sister, after a few days, she passed away. She didn't survive. That was the only one. But my mom didn't knew. She only knew, after she gave birth to us, she knew that we were two twin sisters.
Mhm.
But she didn't knew that one of them uh, is gonna pass away. She didn't knew that the other one was very ill and couldn't survive.
So, how would you describe your literary style and your work?
I don't know if I have a literary style. I'm trying, let's say, to write what I feel. I mean, if somebody would describe my style, I couldn't describe it, because um I just I'm not thinking of a style when I'm writing. I just put
Mhm.
down.
Right.
Sometimes I can, in my language, for example, in Romanian, I can write sometimes with rhyme. In
Mhm.
English, I write freestyle. I don't think necessarily at rhyme. Sometimes I write with rhyme. Sometimes I write with freestyle. I don't have a style. I just write what I feel. It depends on what I'm thinking about. About a character, about I don't know, an object, about a flower, about the sky, about God, about a social problem. Something that I watch on TV. Somebody that stays there in my mind and say, "Come on, you have to write. You have to write." It's like this. I don't have a style. I mean, I don't.
Just kind of write straight from the heart, just you write straight from
yeah, and that's what I thought other writers were asking me, like, "Bogdana, can you teach me your style, or can you give me an advice?" I told that I don't give you an example of a style. You just have to think one thing: write with your heart, because people, when they read you, they will read you with their heart and not with their mind.
Right.
So you have to write to make people feel you, to feel your message, your story. That's what happened with Do It With Me too. People who came there to the play, they felt the story. Otherwise, they would not cry, So just write with the heart. I don't know if you have to have a particular style. For example, I don't write not necessarily for selling, for making money from this. If this will be the opportunity, okay, but I'm not running after it. I just write so that people would get close to my heart and, know me through my writing, and not necessarily through my, I don't know, other jobs or other activities.
Well, we're going to take a brief break. It was wonderful talking with you, Bogdana. This is World Inkers Network. So, do you know that there is a publishing company that wants to make life easier for you as a writer? This publishing company is called World Inkers Printing and Publishing. We publish in all different languages, and we're looking for writers of all genres, all formats. We're looking for scholars, ghostwriters, playwrights, poets, short fiction, novelists, you name it. We're looking for anybody who is interested in writing and the craft of writing to be in touch with us. You can reach us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. With World Hi, I am Dustin Pickering from Parrot Literary Corner. You know me, your noble and honest host, and I've got exciting news for you. Last anthology, Series 1, The Literary Parrot, did such a great job. We want to continue to provide this community service to our viewers and to our contributors to the program. So please get up and get a copy immediately. If you're in this book, you want to get a copy. If you're not in the book, you want to get a copy and see what we're doing. You want to be excited with us. We want you on this program, and we hope to see you sometime soon on The Literary Parrot. You have to get your hands on this copy. It's amazing. It's an absolutely beautiful anthology meant just for you. Our past guests have been invited back to contribute yet again to this Series 2. We do this quarterly anthology. We will be doing this after our 200 episode milestone. As of this last quarter, we reached 200 episodes, and past that, get up and get a copy immediately. This is the only TV show on earth for creative writers, and our guests are amazing. They're also community activists building from the ground up. This program is for everybody out there who is a creative mind. Order several copies if you can, and donate to local libraries. Give them to your friends, cousins, fans, supporters, anybody that you think loves poetry. And it's not just poetry in this book. Remember, this is creative mind. So we have prose, fiction, short stories, essays, artwork, anything you can think of, artistically creative, photographs. Everything in this book is packed. It is packed. It is just absolutely packed. If you want to get your hands on it now, welcome back to World Inkers Network. I am Dustin Pickering. We have Bogdana Gageanu here with us today, and would you like to maybe perform a segment of your play for us, or read a poem or two?
The poem, I don't know if I can perform it because it's not in English; it's in Romanian. So I think I'll read poetry.
Okay, well you can read poetry. Maybe afterwards we can do a little bit of the Romanian, because I think that would be nice to to hear the language.
Oh.
We sometimes do that. So if you want to read a couple of poems for us, well, we'd love to hear them.
Okay. I will read this poem. My poems are not necessarily long, are short, but they have a message.
That's
This
good.
one is called Broke. What if I'm cash broke? I don't have rich worries. What if I'm love broke? I will find the right guy. What if I'm friends broke? I don't need false friends. What if I'm hope broke? I will borrow it from God. What if I'm dream broke? I will borrow one from a bird.
That's very
Yeah.
nice. I like the the kind of the rhythm with the word broke there in that it's fun. But it's a very it's kind of a lively poem, and it's a very serious poem at the same time. So it's very nice. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, it's let's say encouraging people,
Yeah.
like they're saying, oh my God, I'm not poor, I'm not happy, I'm not because others have money, because others have I don't know what. And I'm trying to, sometimes I'm trying to encourage people through my poems, like, come on, it's not a reason. I know how it feels. I had moments in my life when I was like, oh my God, the others I have success, I don't have success. But success is not necessarily, I don't know, because you get rich or because you have a career. Some people have a good career, and then you see, I think you read the news and you see that some are down already, from their career, from the top, they're going down, they're taking drugs, they're, like, it's not necessarily once you're up, you have to take care to be, let's say, to remain the same person you were before having success. I want to be like that. I don't want to change myself.
Right.
Because I had let's say, a big word in my brain told by a friend of mine. I was looking at plays with big actors, and I was like, one day I had possibility to meet one of the actors I have seen on the stage. I met them personally in backstage, and I was having a little talk with that actor, and he told to me, I mean, for me it was like he was so simple in talking, in behaving, in everything, and I was like, but people say you're a great actor and you're so simple, you're like. And he said, yes, Bogdana, because big actors or big personalities, big artists still have humiliation in themselves. They're not proud. And I was like, wow. And I was, I came home and I was like thinking at this, meditating about this. And I said, I think he's right. So I want to be like this. I don't want to change myself, like, let's say having success and then forgetting about people who need a little help from me and say, oh, I can't help you. I'm too rich for helping you. I don't want to be like, I just don't want to change myself. I know that I am a good soul and I want to be like this. Even if I can't help with money, or I don't know, but I know I can help with a good word. I can help with an advice. I can help when somebody cries, to tell him, come on, and tomorrow is a good day. It's a brand new day. You have to start it over. I know that I can help with this. So, I mean, everybody can help with this if they want to, but if you don't and you're selfish, you won't do this.
Would you like to read another poem?
Yeah. This one is about, let's say, the purpose of writing. It's called meditation. The moment you sit down to write is an intimate talk with yourself without anybody around. Nobody to laugh at you, nobody to judge you, just you and your reflection. You start to count down memories, choosing for them words as houses to live in. You want to be sure that nothing will be forgotten. Nothing will be deleted. So you are the master, and your reflection is the slave in writing. Yeah.
I like your imagination in that poem. It's fascinating, the houses, comparing the houses and, the words.
Thanks.
It's very nice. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's a very nice
Thanks
poem.
a lot. I appreciate you. You appreciate, my work, my poem.
Very nice. I like it a lot. Would you like to try, maybe do like a little performance from the play, like in Romanian, so we can hear the language and see your performance?
I don't know if you can wait a little because I don't have the text near me. I'll try to find it in a few minutes.
We can maybe talk a little bit while you're looking. So this is World Inkers Network episode.
You can put publicity, yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right back with Bogdana just a minute, and we'll hear some Romanian, and it'll be a very fast.
Yeah. In a few minutes, I promise I'll say in Romanian.
Okay, excellent. So we'll give you just a couple of minutes, and we'll talk a little bit here about World Inkers Network. This is a wonderful opportunity for writers. You can get in touch with us at info.worldinkers@gmail.com. And if you're wanting to be on the program, this World Inkers program, it would be excellent to hear from you as a guest at literarycorner@newyorkparrot.com. We'd love to hear from anybody with any kind of comments right now. If you have any questions or comments for Bogdana, we'd love to hear from you as a viewer. Welcome back to World Inkers Network. That was Sanka Sen with some music there for you. Excellent song. Are you ready, Bogdana?
Yeah, if you want, I'll try to, let's say, translate somehow so that people can understand. I don't know if you'll dare understand in Romanian, but I'll try. Okay.
You can do it in Romanian and maybe translate it after if you want to do that.
Okay, I'll try to say a few in Romanian and then let's say give the message back in English so then everybody can understand what was about.
Okay, sounds great. I look forward to it.
Astfel au apărut rugăciuni pentru a câștiga la loterie premiul cel mare, rugăciuni pentru a câștiga o mașină sub capacele de bere, rugăciuni pentru a te căsători cu un individ sau o individă cu bani mulți și zile puține, rugăciuni pentru a putea copia la un examen. Din păcate nimeni, sau mă rog, aproape nimeni nu se mai roagă pentru suflet, pentru iertarea păcatelor. Sufletul a devenit un soi de marfă perisabilă a cărui termen de expirare a fost depășit încă de la vârsta copilăriei, sau în cel mai fericit caz, în pragul adolescenței. Însă cel mai grav e faptul că am ajuns să ne mândrim cu păcatele noastre. Doar morți au mai păstrat un gram de puritate și asta pentru că pe vremea când aceștia erau în stadiul pe care noi îl numim viață, n-au cunoscut, nu s-au înfructat din toate poamele viciului. Pe vremea aceea nu-și pierduseră definitiv rușinea și se temeau de divinitate. Astăzi morți au pus stăpânire pe morală, rușine și credință și au închis după ei porțile rai. Dacă ar putea vedea din lumea umbrelor ce se petrece acum pe pământ, bunicul meu s-ar răscoli în pământ ca titirezul. Bunica mea la fel. Mama oare ce mai face? O mai dor oare cicatricile? Ce proastă sunt! Din lumea în care se găsește ea, acum se spune că a fugit pentru totdeauna durerea, întristarea, suspinul. Cel puțin așa se spune. Într-una din seri mi-a apărut în vis. Nu m-am speriat și am întrebat-o. Ce mai faci, mamă? Cum e acolo? Acolo, la Dumnezeu în chirie. Ce frumoasă ai rămas, mamă, nu te-ai schimbat deloc. Pe cine cauți, mamă? Pe tata, pe soția lui, pe bunica, pe mine. Pe mine de ce nu mă cauți? Nu ești curioasă să știi cum sunt? Ce-am ajuns? Pe tine nu te sfâșie dorul de mine așa cum arde pe mine ori de câte ori cu lacrima în colțul ochilor îți privesc chipul într-o fotografie îngălbenită de ani, furată dintr-o cutie de pantofi a tatei. Mamă, e chiar atât de mare distanța între lumile noastre, încât nu mă auzi cum urlu, cum strig, cum mă chinui să ajung la tine. Ce frig, mamă. So it was a fragment from my play about my mom, and the one that was, let's say, the most emotional. I don't know if my voice transmitted that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you did very well. I could really, I kind of had a feeling that's what you were referring to in there. Beautiful.
At the beginning, I was telling in Romanian about the fact that people are not praying anymore for their souls. Everybody's praying for something material, for a car, for the big ticket lottery, for, you know, a woman to get married with the richest man on earth, something like this. They don't pray for their soul. So the soul is like, you know, an object, like a product on market. You know, you just take it and say, oh my God. So it was like criticizing the society for this and saying like, oh my God, we're not the people we used to be with this. We're not spiritual anymore. We just, you know, like do business with God. We think we do business with God, you know? And after this, I'm going inside my soul and I'm talking to Mom and I'm saying, you know, are you looking for me? Because I miss you and I don't understand. Why are you not looking for me? I'm looking for you. Are you looking for me? And I'm asking her, how is it there? I call it, let's say, the world in which she lives there to God. I called it in my play, in God's rent. How is in God's rent, Mom? Are you okay there? Because I said that, you know, heaven, or how we call it, I don't know, the other world out there, is like a rent for the souls too. You know, we go there with our souls, but it's like, you know, we paid our rent for staying there. Our whole life is a rent. We pay for going up in heaven or in hell. It depends what way you choose to live, you know?
Right. Very interesting.
So I'm asking about this. I'm telling her I miss her, that I'm looking at her photo every day and I'm starting to cry. And in the end, I'm telling her that it's a big distance between our worlds and I'm trying to reach her and I don't know if she's hearing my yelling. So this was my, a part of my monologue.
Beautiful. I love the concept, and I think it's really imaginative what you're performing in that, and that was very emotive and wonderful to, you know, to see you transform your own pain and suffering into something that people can look at and relate to, maybe even.
Yeah, something creative.
So what would your final words to our viewers be today?
My final work? My final words.
What would you like to say?
My final words are, you know, like being motivated and believing in themselves. Because, okay, many people say nobody believes in me. Okay, I had the same problem, not having my family around.
Right.
So after my grandma died, the only one who remained believing in myself was me. And if you don't believe in yourself, you can't change something. You have to believe in you, no matter how impossible it is. Okay, if somebody would have told me long ago that I'm going to do an interview with you, I would have said, no way. Well, it's possible because when, I don't know, when people meet you and see you that you want to transmit something, you have a message, you want to change something, you want to say something, people see that you want to get involved. And surely they will connect with you and say, come on, I have the same connection. I feel the same. Not impossible, but they have to be motivated, never give up, believe in their dreams. And no matter how hard it is, to not saying, oh my God, I won't do this. I won't do this. No, they will do it, but they have to have patience because nothing comes like, you know, in a second. Nothing. It takes time. For me, writing seriously after my play in 2011, I had a great break. I mean, between 2011 and 2019. And then I started writing again series. But I never gave up. Since then, I never gave up.
Would you like to give any thank yous or shout outs to anyone while you're on the program?
Yeah, to you.
Oh, thank you.
And to the producer and to everybody who hosts this and does this amazing show. I really entered on your YouTube channel and I subscribed also, and I really looked at some materials. I think I say thank you to everybody who shake my hand, let's say, who shook my hand, who said, Bogdana, let's have a connection. I want to invite you to make a collaboration, to write something, to present something, to do something. I had a lot of people for whom I thanked, and I never forget those persons because they were all the time next to me. And even if maybe we didn't met, not so, not all the time, they call me and say, Bogdana, I saw that you participated to that show. Hey, congrats. They're always next to me. They never forget me, and this was the best feeling I had. And when I leave something around, and I don't know, I would be glad, for example, if somebody watches this show, this episode, and after this, somebody writes to you, give you a message and say, Dustin, I really like that girl. She was impressive. She gave me a lesson of life. I would really be happy. That means that I really did my job.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for joining us on the show today, Bogdana. It's been wonderful talking with you, and hopefully you'll just keep writing and just, keep sharing your inspirational message with the world. So just keep doing
what you do. Never give up on doing your shows and believe in what you do, because I'm sure that even if at the beginning maybe there won't be many people who watch this, it takes a little time, but then maybe people will get inspired and you're gonna make it.
Well, thank you so much for your inspirational words. This has been World Inkers Network, episode number 245, and thanks for Bogdana for joining us. And I'm glad that our viewers watched the program today, and we'll definitely keep in touch in the future. So this has been World Inkers Network, episode number 245. Thanks to our viewers for joining us and watching this wonderful program. So if you haven't subscribed or you haven't liked, shared, or commented, we want to hear from you. So subscribe to our channel, World Inkers Network and Parrot TV. And if you want to be on the program, you can get in touch with me and send a sample of your work, a headshot, and a paragraph bio to that address running right along the bottom there, literarycorner@newyorkparrot.com. We would love to accept donations from you as well. If you're out there and you love the arts and you want to do something to support the arts, we're working on building a company, World Inkers Network, and we'd love to have some donations from you at paypal.me/nyparrot. That's paypal.me/nyparrot. And it's been a wonderful program talking with Bogdana today. And I hope you guys out there are prepared for the next program tomorrow. And we'll be having a discussion with the ambassadors, some of our ambassadors on the program with World Inkers Network. And we're looking for more support and networking opportunities for writers of all stripes. So please be prepared for that program tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 Eastern Standard Time. So this has been a wonderful program today. And I hope you guys out there are prepared for, the coming year, 2022, and keep to your resolutions and get to some writing done. And it'll be a wonderful opportunity to continue your writing career and advance your opportunities as a writer. So, just get out there, do some writing, and we'll see you soon. Hi, I am Dustin Pickering from Parrot Literary Corner. You know me, your noble and honest host, and I've got exciting news for you. Last anthology, Series 1, The Literary Parrot, did such a great job. We want to continue to provide this community service to our viewers and to our contributors to the program. So please get up and get a copy immediately. You know, if you're in this book, you want to get a copy. If you're not in the book, you want to get a copy and see what we're doing. You want to be excited with us. We want you on this program, and we hope to